Hey folks, one of these shows we all get excited about. I'm at home, right here, it's Pickwick Lake. We're gonna take you deep fishing today. The bass stopper starts right now.
I got him.
What you got, man?
That's a big one.
Real fun. Teeth marks. It's been a good day when you got teeth marks.
Look at the head on her.
Love it. Big and choked it all the way down. Let's catch another one.
The Bass Doctor is sponsored by Castaic, the original swim bait company, American Tackle Company, Reaction Strike, #1 in swim baits, Bulldog Rods, tough as a dog, that ain't no bull, Vicious Fishing, Duck It Fishing, Procure Bait Sense, Power Pole Shallow Water Anchor, Adventure Products, makers of the Ego S2 Slider, Garmin, Fish Hard, Stormer, V&M, give the fish what they really want, TH Marine, and Backstabber Lures, catch them where it counts.
Man, we got a cool show coming for you today. This is Pickwick Lake. This is a place that I used to get to fish a lot, but doing the tour and TV now, I don't get to fish here as much as I used to get to fish here. So I'm really excited about it. Summertime, it's gonna be deep fishing. We're gonna show y'all a little bit about this big heavy metal spoon today. We're looking for deep fish. We're looking for offshore schools of fish, and we're actually looking for those groups of fish. And we see them on these electronics, we're gonna know which ones to stop and fish. But if we get them piled up and get them whited up, we're gonna take this spoon and see if we can't catch a couple big ones for you. One thing I'm really excited about is I got a cat here I don't get to fish with very much. His name's Brandon Perkins. How are you, man?
Hey, good, man. I'm excited to be here, man. Pickwick Lake, summertime, we're gonna catch them. I like throwing that big spoon. I think we can catch some big ones on it today. Excited to fish with you at Pickwick. This guy right here is taking a lot of my money up here on this pond, and I'm gonna get some revenge with that spoon today.
Hey, let's go catch some fish and have some fun.
Let's do it.
Brandon, you know, well as a lot of the Tennessee River guys, when this spoon come out, we'd always fish the spoon from 2 inches up to, you know, the 5.5, 6-inch spoons. And everybody saw this great big spoon and kind of thought it was a little bit senseless, but man, I just can't tell you what kind of fish and how many fish we've caught on this big thing.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out. Was it the Rayovac or the Tour?
It was the Tour.
Up in Kentucky, man. I remember calling him and saying, dude, there's a new deal. And he said, oh, I've got him. We have got him. And what place you come in that one?
Second.
Second place. But it definitely will catch them.
The biggest thing with it is a lot of people just can't get over the sheer size of just looking at it.
This big spoon will wear you out after a while. And I mean, you can catch them. It's just a reaction bite. And yeah, I've got some pain management advice here. Instead of ripping it like this, because after about 10 minutes of that, it gets a little tiring. Let it fall, and then just winch it. Spoon's doing the same deal.
Not as hard on you either.
Yeah, it's definitely not as hard on you. That was my spoon tip for the day.
Yeah. But it just looks so much cooler to rip it though.
And it feels awesome when one eats it like that. But
they'll eat this big sucker anyway when it gets right.
That's the deal with this bait, and even late summer is you can fish for them 10, 12 different schools, make 1,000,000 casts, and if they're not ready to bite, they're not gonna bite. You can get a bite or two, but when you pull up and they're ready, it gets fun.
Yeah, real fun.
Big?
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Hey, can I flop one over on top of that? There he is.
I told you. Come on, man.
I had to keep from killing you with that spoon just then. Did you get all that?
Nah, it ain't a 5. It's 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, something like that.
Big. Heads up.
Bring him in. Get in there, dude. You have to quit playing around now and get him in the boat.
That one hit the side. You can ask Justin Atkins about my boat flipping abilities. He made fun of me last time.
But dude, that's the way it goes. You go and you go and you go and you don't catch him, you pull up and it's boom, 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 boom as soon as you sit down somewhere. Well, all the Tennessee River ledge fishing is timing. I mean, probably more so than any other way that you'll fish is offshore. And once you get a school ready to go, they'll go. You know, Brandon, one thing about this big spoon is it really is, it's a high risk, high reward technique. I mean, the reward is when you catch them, it's like those we just caught. I mean, they're tournament quality winning fish. But the risk part is this big old bait, you're going to lose fish on it, and there's just no way around it.
No doubt, man. It's like we were talking about earlier while we were scanning for this school. You can fish all day and scan and finally find a school that you can get to bite, but there's no other bait like this that's such a high risk, high reward deal, because you get such a reaction bite that you're going to catch some fish that won't bite other baits.
Yeah.
But it's such a heavy bait that you're going to lose some of them. But if you do this long enough,
well,
with 2 people, you're going to get the right bites.
It's definitely a fish catcher. The best way I've seen to not lose them on it is I was talking about the heavy 20-pound line, you know, a heavy rod. You got to have a heavy rod just for the weight of the bait. But heavy rod, heavy line, fast reel. And when you get one of them to eat it, you just bring him to the boat. And most of the time you're better off just trying to boat flip them and get them in as you are trying to play with them. The longer you keep that joker in the water, more chance he's got of getting off. One of the most important things fishing this spoon is having the right tackle. I mean, you've got to have a really heavy action rod, you know, basically a flipping stick type rod, you know, 7.6, 7.8 even. What we're fishing today was a 7.6 Bulldog, heavy flipping action rod. It's got to have the backbone to pull that bait, not just working it, but setting the hook. And very, very important, it's heavy line. You got to have the 20-pound Vicious Pro Elite fluorocarbon, good heavy line. You know, that spoon's doing all that crazy stuff underwater and it's hitting it. You know, it's hitting the line, it's coming, it's wrapping up, it's just moving everywhere. And that heavy line will save you some break off sometimes that you can't really control because it's just the action of the spoon. But one of the most important things to me fishing this spoon is a real high-speed reel. You know, 7-1-1. We're fishing that Duckett Fishing 7-1-1 360 reel today. When you set that hook, I want to be able to take up that line and get to that fish before he has a chance to get off.
You need a net?
Nah, I think it's easier just to get him in. Oh, a little brown
Smallmouth.
fish. Little smallie.
Castaic, the company that invented the swim bait lure category, introduces the most lifelike series of fishing lures on the market today. With jointed, paddle tail, and straight body designs, Castaic has it all. Castaic lures will entice the most stubborn fish to bite. Available in an array of sizes, shapes, and a multitude of colors, Castaic has the perfect lifelike lure for the job. So if you're ready to get your hands wet, pick up a Castaic lure today.
Whether it's catching a $100,000 fish or missing the cut by an ounce, your days are defined by the memories you make. It's these moments, vicious moments, that you will remember. Vicious. You define it.
Bulldog rods feature a series of 12 rods designed by the best of the best in the industry. All the tools a serious bass fisherman would ever need. Whether you're a touring pro or a weekend warrior, these rods are for you. Each blank features Japanese Toray carbon fiber and gives these rods incredible feel, lightness, and power. With a no questions asked warranty, unmatched look, durability, and sensitivity that has to be felt to be believed, they are priced to sell, built to last. Bulldog rods, tough as a dog. That's no bull.
Closed captioning brought to you by Procure Bait Sense.
Hey guys, ICAST 2015, Orlando, Florida. Here with Mr. Rick Quaid, co-owner of Bulldog Rods. Tell us a little bit about what you got to offer for us next year.
Well, we got some really cool stuff, Jason. We've got some casting rods, we've got spinning rods, and in the spinning rods, we've got both with microwave guides and without microwave guides. And I'll tell you what, if you're not familiar with this product, it's made by a company called American Tackle. It changes the game when it comes to spinning tackle. Awesome stuff, nice sensitive blanks.
Got lots of actions and lots of links available in the casting series as well. Bulldog Rods, check us out. Let's go back fishing.
Begging. Here, you go to the right.
Begging, all right. What's this? What's this? Don't let him hurt you. Strike.
I thought it was.
Anything will eat it. If you want to go stripe fishing, here you go.
Hang on, I'm turning this.
Look at this right here. That's crazy. This spoon would just fish it. I mean, just a standard knot, tied double clenched. Make sure you gotta fish it on heavy line. I mean, this thing's flopping and turning and twisting and going every which direction when it's falling. So you're fishing on heavy. This is 20-pound vicious fluorocarbon. But it's just a standard double clenched knot, nothing special about a knot. But it's gotta be heavy line.
Oh, dude. I think he's
got?
good enough. I'm fixing to flip it, and I'm gonna hit him. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good one, dude. Pretty good one. Yep.
Well, called that
Dude,
shot.
ate it.
Called that shot.
Yes, sir. Throw in there. There's a pile of them. Pile of them.
3-pound fish.
Good one.
Hey, they're all
Yeah,
good
I want to
ones.
get back in there.
They're all good ones. We idled over these fish and seen them, and there's several down there. You know, you caught one. I lost one.
God, dog.
Miss him.
Yeah. Come on, eat it. You got him? Let me get out of your way.
I don't think he's that big.
Just swing him. There you go. That's a good solid
Pretty good
keeper.
fish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a, oh, he's 2.5. Hey, anytime you get to catch him on this big spoon, it's a good fish. And he got it too.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's not a giant, good tournament fish, but it very well could have been a 7-pounder, you know?
Well, at any cast, you might catch a giant on that thing. I mean, but that goes to show you, it's not just, I mean, it'll catch big ones, don't get me wrong, but it'll catch a 2 and 2.5 pounder too. You know, heck, we've caught stripe on the thing today. So, you know, it's a lot of fun. A lot of times when you pull up on these fish, they're just active. I mean, when you get like these fish here, as soon as we threw to them, they were ready to eat. Now, you know, typically tournament fishing, you know, you probably sort through, you know, 2 or 3 different baits, try to make these fish bite again. But, you know, I know a lot of guys will sit on fish. I don't do that. I don't think you do either.
I'm not
I think
that way either.
we fish a lot the same. You know, when you're fishing a big bait like this big spoon, you're fishing for active fish. And if they're active, they'll bite immediately. And I mean, it's hard. You know, you always hear about people talking about getting schools fired up. It's hard to get a school to fire. They're either going to fire or they don't fire. And one thing that I've seen through the years too that really hurts these schools is like what we just did right there. When we pull up, you catch 2 or 3 real fast, but then you lose a couple of them. I don't know why, I don't know what it is. It just seems like it just shuts them down. I mean, there are instances where you can get a different line up or, you know, go around the other side of them or something and get them to bite a little bit. But for the most part, they're either going to bite right now or they're not. I mean, I'm not as keen on direction. A lot of people want to throw a certain direction to a school of fish based on current or wind or whatever. I don't really do that. I usually just fish them however I stop on them. And you know, you might work around them and see if they like it one way a little better than another, but typically I just fish them wherever I stop.
Whichever direction I idle across them, I'll throw back behind the motor and try to catch them as soon as we can, quick as possible.
Teeth marks. It's been a good day when you got teeth marks.
You got it dialed in that these fish are wanting that small XRM.
Yeah, nice. That's a stud right there. Shallow running jerkbait called an XRM 100. It's a reaction strike jerkbait. Hey, that's a nice fish for sure. Nice fish.
That's why we choose V&M.
One of the questions that I get most, and we get sent in on emails to the Bass Doctor all the time, is how do I get started tournament fishing? Well, the truth is it's actually pretty simple.
Angler's Dream made a donation. Flight number 1 is going to weigh in at 3 o'clock.
There's lots of tournaments throughout the country on a lot of different lakes. I mean, just like this Trophy Technologies tournament here on Geist, there's a lot of different small events that people put on that you can find on the internet, you can find on, you know, a lot of the fishing forums that are out there now. Any local bait stores always have flyers in there. There's really no substitute for time on the water. There's no substitute for experience. So I would highly suggest, you know, getting in a small club or getting in some small local tournaments. You know, something like this Trophy Technologies event here on Geist is a perfect example of an entry-level tournament that you can come and earn some experience in. Once you've signed up for a tournament and once you've decided that that's what you want to do, you know, you've always got to have a game plan. And even if it's a new body of water, game plans are different for every time of the year. I mean, the first thing you got to know is it pre-spawn, is it spawn, is it post-spawn? There's really no substitute for time on the water. There's no substitute for experience. So I would highly suggest, you know, getting in a small club or getting in some small local tournaments or these little fruit jar tournaments people have on the weekend and just get your feet wet. I think it's something you'd really enjoy. One thing I would highly recommend as far as breaking down a lake is don't try to break down the whole lake at one time. You know, pick you out an area, pick you out, you know, a 2-3 mile stretch of that area, go into that area, decide, you know, from that point what the fish are doing. Just figure out what you can catch fish on in a certain smaller location on the lake. Then you can take that pattern and duplicate it throughout the rest of the water. If you really enjoy bass fishing and you do have that competitive streak, then I think tournament fishing is something that you would really enjoy, something you need to look into. But for right now, let's go back fishing.
There went my flip-flop.
Yeah, it's almost better to just lob it than it is to try to throw it hard. Throwing it's not really the hard part, it's the retrieve that's the hard part that works on your shoulders, elbows. But you gotta pay to play the game.
There he is. I don't think it's a big one, but
don't slow him down.
No, keep him
we
coming.
We lost too many of them.
Keep him coming. It ain't a big one, but it's a good one.
Hey, no more fishing. You know, we ain't caught a whole lot of fish today, but any fish you can catch is a good one. Heavy metal.
Whew.
I mean, that's a 2.5,
good little keeper.
2 1/4. I mean, it's a keeper fish. A lot of days I'd like to have that.
Yes, sir.
Good job, dude. You know, we ain't seen a lot of fish, a lot of schools today, but we got a couple of them to fire up, and these fish here. I just had one hit right there. I got him at top.
There you go. You need a net?
Nah, I think it's easier just to get him in. I don't think he's all that big. Oh yeah. Oh, a little brown fish.
Smallmouth.
A little smallie. They don't come off when they're like that. He had all 3 hooks. You don't lose them like that. Hey, not a giant. That's a brown fish, man. Tennessee River, you catch them up and down through here too. Pickwick will catch some big ones certain times of the year.
Bulldog rods feature a series of 12 rods designed by the best of the best in the industry. All the tools a serious bass fisherman would ever need. Whether you're a touring pro or a weekend warrior, these rods are for you. Each blank features Japanese Toray carbon fiber and gives these rods incredible feel, lightness, and power. With a no questions asked warranty, unmatched look, durability, and sensitivity that has to be felt to be believed, they are priced to sell, built to last. Bulldog rods, tough as a dog, that's no bull.
Introducing the Microwave Line Control System by American Tackle, the most efficient casting system on the planet. It uses the latest in line guide technology to improve accuracy and add distance to each cast. A 2-stage conical design primary guide captures and controls fishing line to straighten coils, reducing friction and maintaining line speed during the cast. It's so effective that it requires less energy to deliver the smoothest, most accurate long-distance casts possible.
What if I told you there's a small diameter leader that's impossible to kink and you can tie with a standard clinch knot? It's called Not Too Kinky. It's made of nickel titanium. You can't make it kink and it ties like mono. And it stretches so you'll land more fish. Not Too Kinky won't corrode, so you can use it in salt water or fresh. Unkinkable is no longer unthinkable. Revolutionary Not Too Kinky. Learn more at nottookinky.com. Not Too Kinky, no kinks ever.
Castaic, the company that invented the swim bait lure category, introduces the most lifelike series of fishing lures on the market today. With jointed, paddle tail, and straight body designs, Castaic has it all. Castaic lures will entice the most stubborn fish to bite. Available in an array of sizes, shapes, and a multitude of colors, Castaic has the perfect lifelike lure for the job. So if you're ready to get your hands wet, pick up a Castaic lure today.
The Bass Doctor is sponsored by Castaic, the original swim bait company, American Tackle Company, Reaction Strike, #1 in swim baits, Bulldog rods, tough as a dog, that ain't no bull, Vicious Fishing, Duck It Fishing, Procure Bait Sense, Power Pole Shallow Water Anchor, Adventure Products, makers of the Ego S2 Slider, Garmin, Fish Hard, Stormer, V&M, give the fish what they really want, TH Marine, and Backstabber Lures, catch them where it counts.
Hey, for today's show, guys, we're fishing this heavy metal Castaic spoon. It's the big 8-inch spoon, big heavy piece of metal. Caught a lot of fish on it today, but Number one thing about fishing this spoon, and we've talked about it a lot today too, is got to have heavy line, heavy 20-pound vicious fluorocarbon Pro Elite line, a 7.6 heavy, you know, basically a flipping stick rod, a real high speed. This is a Duckett 7-1 to 1 Duckett fishing reel. Having the heavy equipment is very, very important fishing this big thing. You can't, you know, it's not as much about the technique sometimes as it is about equipment. You can't throw a 3-ounce bait without having the right tackle. So good tackle will help you land your fish on this thing. Let's go back fishing.
Dude, that's a good little pot of them right there.
That's probably the best group we've seen all day. Caught a couple out of it, maybe not the biggest ones in the world, but
golly.
I know my arm's starting to hurt.
Dude, I got him.
What you got, man?
That's a big one.
Oh, come on.
I'm talking about a big one.
You said that a while ago, then you had a 12-inch hook.
No,
in
it's
the
a good
tail.
one. For real. It's a big one. He's about to come up right there. Keep reaching. Good gosh, how much line did I have out? Come on. Yeah, I may need it. No, I got him. He's coming up. Oh, good gosh. Dude, mine's a freaking big one. You got a fish?
I got a good one too.
No, you don't.
I swear, dude.
Mine's bigger, I bet.
This is a good fish right here.
Yeah. Swing him. Yeah! Dude. Holy crap. Yours may be bigger.
Well, you know.
Dude, look, that sucker's like bloodied.
You know.
What's up now? Hey.
It's been a tough day, really, but.
Yeah,
it's a
tough day out here.
It's a good way to end it right here. That's a good way to end it right there. Both of them fish, what, 4.5, 4.25?
Yeah, good solid 4, man.
All right, dude.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey, thank you, man.
Enjoyed it, man.
Let's do it again sometime.
I feel like mine's bigger, man.
No, he's not big. Ain't no way.
Oh, let him go, bud.
Good deal.